Okay. Was removed. So JSON file you have seen yesterday. Today we'll see how to analyze the data frame. Okay, viewing the data. Read this. Do you know?
Analyzing data bricks. Viewing the data, one of the most used methods for getting a quick overview of the data frame is the head method. The head method returns the header and specified number of rows starting from the top. If the number of rows is not specified, the head method will return the top 5 rows.
So head method will return top 5. Generally we what we do, see here, will only pass print df. So it will print by default first 5 and last 5. Yes. But if I only want to see head, not the last one. So first 5 is returned. Now if I say 10 or 15, now according to the number mentioned inside the head, it will return that many rows. Like this. df dot head in round brackets mention any number of your choice. Once do without number, do once do with number. This is next program. Instead of this info, just you have to mention head. And the previous line is pd.read csv, passing the path that we all know. Without passing the path, we will not be able to access the file. Done. Now see info. Info means the date information about the data frame. Now see, this is the output which I am getting. After printing, print df dot info. What I am getting? Column non-null count data type. So 169 non-null value in the duration, 169 non-null value in the pulse. But see, 164 non-null value in calories. In calories, we have seen our data set, some blank null values are there, right? Yesterday I was counting one null value, two null value. So five were there. So that is telling 64 non-null value are there. How many? Hmm. Now I told you the duration, pulse, and max pulse are of integer data. Calories is of float. Yes or no? If I only print df, see calories, float. Other three, and this is index. Yes or no? This is just a index. Main part is this four. So are you getting this? Float. Now, how many data types are there in this? One is float and other three are integer. Memory usage this one. So all this information it is given. Index range 169 entries. Index range is 0 to 168. Total columns how many are there? Four columns. So this is what all information it is giving. Understanding? Info gives the information about the data. Where it gone? Here. Read. Himanshu.
There is also a tail method for viewing the last rows of the data frame. Tail method returns the headers and specified number of rows starting from the bottom. In forward the data, the data frames object has a method called info that gives you more information about the data set.
So understood? The way I have head, I have tail also. If you tail, you will get five values at the end. And if you mention tail 10, 20, 30, so last 10 values, 20 values, 30 values you'll be getting. Okay. Now once done with that, go for typing this. Done? Now, listen carefully. This is my data set in which I have 5 null values. Okay? Yes or no? This two string, I am just printing just to show you that wherever there is null, it will give me NaN, null value. Okay? And when I say drop null, and this value I am storing in new data frame. Okay? What I am doing? Storing in new data frame. So then I am printing new data frame. Df new df dot toString. So I am getting the output of new data frame. Then I am printing just happening 2 times. So info of new data frame I am getting. New data frame null values are not there. Okay. So all columns will have total 164 rows. Yes or no? Because I removed null values. Are you getting it? Just listen. After that I am going to show the output. You are also going to print it. First try to understand the code. First we have taken the df, then this df I printed. This is giving me the original one. Then I said df drop null. I'm storing this value in the new df. Then I'm printing new data frame. Yes or no? So in new data frame there are no null values. So that info I am getting. Okay, let's first comment this and just print the df, old df and new df info. So just see this much output first. See here. This is the old df. This is the new df 164 value in all columns. And here 169, 169 3 columns and one column is having 164. So this wherever there is null value, I am saying drop null. So it is removing whole row. Whole row it is getting removed. So that's why in the new df what you are having 164 non-null values. Getting? So now sometimes we have lot of data and very few null value, right? So removing them will not affect my data much, but keeping them can affect, because let us suppose if I do average. Average is total sum by total number of rows. Yes or no? Total elements. So in that 169, 5 are null, means 0. Yes. So total rows are 169. So sum by 169 I am doing, but actually the values are of 164 only. So this will affect my average. Yes or no? Getting it? So that's why if we don't have, just remove the null values. That will keep my data better than having them null value. So got understood this? So this was just for understanding these two lines. Print new df toString, df toString.
Okay, this drop null is like for deleting the null values.
Null values. Drop any. So drop null. You can scroll on this. See, remove missing value. Removes missing value. Read this. Pradeep.
Null values. The information method also tells us how many null values are there in the present in each column and in our data set. Seems like there is 164 or 169 null values in the galleries column, which means that there are 5 rows with values in the galleries column for our reason. Empty values and null values can be bad for analyzing data, and you should consider removing rows about that in the next chapter.
Hmm.
Data cleaning means missing bad data in your data set. Bad data could be empty cells, data and wrong format, wrong data, duplicates. Empty cells can potentially give you a wrong result when you analyze the data. One way to one way to deal with the empty cells is to remove the rows and the contain empty cells, and it's usually okay since the data set can be very big and removing a few rows will not have a big impact on the results by default, and drop null methods returns the new data frames and will be no changes the non-original. If you want to change the original data frames, you use replace two arguments. Now, drop null impact is equal to true will not return a new data frames but will remove all the rows containing null values from the original data frame.
Now drop null in place equal to true. It will do the changes in the original data frame. What DF we are storing the values, right? It will do the changes in that itself. But normal drop null, if I am writing, so that can just print it. If I want to store it, I have to store it in the variable. Understood? See here. Here I am storing this into a new variable. Other way I can just write print df dot drop null. Yes or no? So it will just print the empty values, null values removed. It will just print it. But originally my data set is not changing. Okay. But when I write in place equal to true, that time it is changing. Okay. So for this value to be get stored, I am just storing it in the new variable. Getting it? This is only for printing purpose. And I can save a copy of this print into some new variable. It means my new data frame, original data frame is not changing. Okay. After printing this df.info, you got it right. 169 was still there after applying this drop null. Yes or no? So it means it is not changing my original data set. Whereas this in place equal to 2. When I say toString or print df dot info, it is giving me 164. Yes or no? So this is changing in the original one, df itself. Getting it? Now in this toString output, NA will not be there in the output. All the null values will be there. Getting NaN, empty spaces, it was giving NaN. Have you seen the output of this previous one? df toString. Wherever there was an empty value, it was giving NaN, null value. Okay. Uh, Type this. I'll be back in a minute. This is fill null. Fill null will fill the null values with the specified value. What I specify here? 130. So where the 5 null values at that place, this 130 will get inserted. Just to show you, I'll put this number so that it will easily be visible. Okay, this much big number I am inserting so that in the output it will be easily visible. Just a second. See how many values I am entering. Look at the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes or no? 5 null values were there. At that place, this 130 getting inserted. Yes or no? Now,
All the calories are changing.
a very big number you have inserted. Okay. Now, in the previous one, I said fill null wherever there is null. But here I am telling df calorie dot fill. In the calorie column only fill null. In my data set, only in calorie column there are null values, right? The previous command where I said df dot fill null, wherever it is null value, insert 130. But here in the calorie column only fill value. df dot calorie comma dot fill null 130. So it will only check in that particular column. Okay. Right now we have 4 columns. There can be 100 columns. So when I say df dot fill null, it will be seeing whole data set, and many of the column might have empty values. Yes or no? So that's why just checking for the one particular column df calories dot fill null. What error? Which line?
Answer is coming. Result is there, but some syntax wrong.
Yellow underline or red?
Like you tell me. The result is there.
Calorie spelling here not C is capital there. Okay.
You were writing that
See. Okay, this is not. This is just because of the comment. If I remove all this multi-line comment and just give this, so it will not be. Okay. Yesterday for me also it was coming right. Just because something that multi-line comment is affecting it. Now see, the line number 58 earlier it was there in the output. 58 was there, right? See, in the current output, when I comment this into the green line, the import pandas as PD, I commented that the green comment, single line comment, I did that. Now see the 58 line number is gone. So 53 now there is import. Okay, that is not an error, just because of the multi-line comment it is showing. Okay, when you remove this and give single line comments, now if you run, output is coming because code is right. Okay, now see, 74 having the run now. Okay, so it is just because of the multi-line comment.
For this one, we are not getting this output. It is showing as the behavior change in pandas 3.2.
Correct. Okay, it is telling a new version.
So give it in dictionary or give it anywhere.
After this, type print. Now it is running. Okay, press EF dot. Ready? That is the new syntax. Okay, it is updated version. My is old one.
This is the 2.2 version, I think. The one here is called pandas. It is 2.2 version. But there is something showing in there that need to be updated to 3.0.
Again, when you do pip install, it will get updated version. If it is already installed, so when you say pip install pandas, it will get updated. Okay.
So in this way also it will also like it will only change the null values in the calories column.
Yes. You know, done. Now this data set, I don't have file for this. We'll be just understanding this by looking at the screen. Everyone stop whatever you are doing. Huh. Replace empty values we have seen with fill. Just read it once loudly. Sit here and read. It's being recorded.
Another way of dealing with empty cells is to insert a new value instead. This way you do not have to delete the entire row just because of some empty cells. The fill now method allows us to replace empty cells with a value.
Hmm.
Replace only for specified columns. The examples above replaces are empty cells in the whole data frame. To only replace empty values for one column, specify the column name for the data frame.
So we have specified calories. Yes or no? TF calories. Hmm. Now wrong data.
Wrong data does not have to be empty cells or wrong formatted. It can just be wrong. Like if someone registered 199 instead of 1.99. Sometimes you can spot wrong data by looking at the data set because you have an expectation of what I should be. It should be. If you take a look at our data set, you can see that in row 7, the duration is 450. But for all the other rows, the duration is between 30 and 60. It doesn't have to be wrong, but taking in consideration that this is the data set of someone's workout sessions, we conclude with the fact that this person did not work out in 450 minutes.
Understanding, Himanshu. See there in our data set, all the values in the duration 60 60 is there. One value is only 450. Yes, this 60 is duration means minute. Yes, a person can work out for 60 minutes, 45 minutes. We can consider. Yes, more can go for 120 minutes. But is it possible for going 450 minutes? 450 minutes means 7 hours workout. Yes, more than 7.5 hours. So this is the wrong value. Yes or no? So that it was telling. Doesn't have to be wrong, but taking consideration that this is the data sets of someone workout session, we conclude with the fact that person did work out, not work out in 450 minutes. So, so that's why it need to be somewhere 45 minutes. Instead of inserting 45, he inserted 450. It is wrong. So no. So wrong data can be like this also. So we have to observe the data set. Getting it? Now replacing values. One way to fix wrong value in the is to replace them with something else. In our example, we have it is most likely a type and the value should be 45 instead of 450. Yes, we could just insert 45 in row number 7. Yes, sir. Duplicate row are rows that have been registered more than one time. A row, for example, I'm having one row which have all the same values. Okay, similar 5-6 rows are there. So those are duplicate values. Okay, so we can remove those duplicate values. Print df dot duplicated for removing those duplicate values. To remove duplicate, use the drop duplicates method. First of all, we will see whether we have duplicate or not. So duplicated will be showing us duplicate. Df dot drop duplicates in place equal to true. So wherever I am using in place equal to 2, it is affecting in my original data set. If I am only writing drop duplicates, so it is just giving me the output. This is after dropping the duplicate. This is how your data set will look like. But now we are not exactly removing it. Okay. So two ways. When you write in place equal to 2, it means like you are confirming. When I say delete, so it will ask one more time, are you sure you want to delete? So that in place equal to 2 is like a reminder for us. When you write in place equal to 2, now we will not ask you. We will directly delete. Understood? Now finding the relation. A great aspect of Panda module is COOR, core. That is correlation. Okay. The core method calculates the relationship between each column in your data set. The core method ignores non-numeric column. What is a good correlation? It depends on the use. But I think it is safe to say you have to have at least 0.6 or minus 0.6 to call it as good correlation. When I write correlation, I will get some values in the output. Those values, if they are above 0.6 or minus 0.6, then they are a good correlation. But if they are below 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, the correlation is not good. We'll try to understand with the example. Now see, here 450 is wrong, and in this there is none, and here the date is given as without slashes. Okay, so but the number can directly convert it. This I can convert to the date. Okay, but this cannot be converted to date. Son, and what else? These null values are there. So all this data I am having. So for this file path I don't have. So you just have to see this and understand. Okay. So df date equal to pd dot to date time. Df date. So when I have in my date column, this date column I'm passing, and I'm telling whatever it is not in the proper date time format, just convert it to date time. Still this will not be effective. Only this will be effective. Okay. And printing it to toString. Another thing, now drop null, where I'm giving the date subset as date column I'm giving, and I'm telling drop null from this date in place equal to 2. So my original data set, the null value will be removed. That column of null in the date column will be, whole row will be removed. Another way, checking for wrong data and replacing it. If I say for x in df.index, df.index is this first column. This is the index. Okay, first column df.index. If df.locate x comma duration, x is index, duration is the column, greater than 120. So make it 120. So in the x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will go. Duration will be fixed. So this value he will be getting. Yes. So one side this value and checking with 120. Is it greater than 120? So for this 450 it will say yes, greater than 120. So it will get replaced by 120. Maximum I can say 2 hours a person can do work. Yes or no? So I am making it 120. Another way, if I don't want to replace it, I can remove that 450 whole row only. When I don't know exactly how much workout he has done, so I will remove whole row itself. So I can say first locate like a previous. Here how we locate it. Similarly here also I'm locating it, and I'm just telling df dot drop x comma in place equal to true. That index, wherever that index is true, just remove that whole row. Getting it? Now correlation. Just type this correlation. Just have to write df dot core under that data set. Done. Now see the output. Correlation will compare one column, that is duration, with all other columns. Duration with duration, duration with pulse, duration with max pulse, duration with calories. Then pulse. Pulse will also get compared with duration, pulse, max pulse, calories. Max pulse will also get compared with duration, pulse, max pulse, calories. So it is creating a matrix like structure. Yes or no? Matrix, whole table. Duration compared with duration. So it is, if you yourself compared to yourself will be 100% equal to. Yes or no? So duration and duration, the correlation is 1. So 1 is the best correlation. And we cannot have a best correlation, right? Between two different columns. Yes or no? If it is exactly equal to, then only we'll have correlation. So this duration, pulse, max pulse, calories, these are irrelevant. These are irrelevant correlation. Correlation is a formula. Yes, at the back end a formula is written. So we are just passing this data set to it, and it is giving us the output. So this output we are getting. But from this only important values are the this one, and 1. Above these values, the values are important, or below these values, because see minus 0.138 minus 0.138. So upper triangle and lower triangle are same itself. So any one triangle you can see, either you can see these numbers above the 1, or either you can see these numbers below the diagonal 1. This is diagonal 1. Yes or no? Above this you can see, or below this. Numbers are same. Now how to see them? When I say duration and pulse, how much duration I am working and how much my pulse rate. How much duration I am working, how much is my max pulse. We cannot compare this. If you work out for 2 hours and if you just work out slowly, your pulse will not get much affected. And if you work out for 10 minutes or 15 minutes also, but continuously very speed you are running, so your pulse will get fluctuated. Yes or no? So with the duration, we cannot compare the pulse and max pulse. Getting it? So that's why I'm not getting much correlation here. I'm not getting much correlation. But if I work out for more time, my more calories will get decrease. Yes or no? More time, more calories. So duration and calories have good correlation. Yes or no? Duration and calories have good correlation. Getting it? So 0.73 is the correlation. 0.73. Getting it? Should I repeat? If I work out for more time, anyhow, let us suppose 10 minutes, 15-16 calories. No, according to what I work out on a treadmill, in 10 minutes, 50 calories we achieve. Okay. So if someone is working out for 20 minutes, he will achieve 100 calories on the treadmill if he is walking. If he is walking on speed, more calories will he will reduce. Yes. but every time, more calorie. Yes or no? So this relation is maintaining. So that's why the correlation is good. When I am saying the correlation is good, if it is above 0.6 or minus 0.6, both the way the correlation of these two columns are good, because right now here I know the column name is calorie, the column name is duration. That understanding I have, but the machine does not know what is mean by duration. Machine pandas does not know what is mean by calories. Meaning of this machine does not know. Yes or no? Meaning of calories I know it. Meaning of max pulse I know. So machine wants to analyze this on the basis of number itself. Understood? This machine will analyze this duration and calories correlation on the basis of number itself. Here we are understanding with the example, more duration, more calories. But machine does not know what is mean by duration, what is mean by calories. Yes or no? This is how machine learning and all this artificial intelligence algorithm we are creating. We are creating on all them on the basis of data. Okay. If someone is having this much heart rate, there are this much chances of getting heart attack or something. Yes, this is the photo of the cancer tumor. Thousands of photos are being passed. Okay, so that if this photo is there, or this is the size of the tumor, more chances it is a cancer. So machine does not know what is that photo, it is a flower or something, does not. We are just telling this is the photo, this is the part of the. Okay, so all this, the photo also machine is not seeing the photo. We are passing the photo, we will be able to see, but still machine is not understanding. Machine is again seeing it as a number itself. Understood? So all this is happening by number. We are getting a readable output, but it does not mean that machine is telling that this is the output. Machine never know anything. Getting it? Machine does not know meaning of anything. We have to tell them. Okay, this is the word. If person is typing in the Google, so you have to match that word with another words, and connected to that word whatever photos are there, you have to give it as the output. Machine does not know what is mean by apple, does not know what is mean by chair or anything. Just whatever you are typing, that things are interconnected to each other. That's why these things are coming in the output. Getting it? Whatever we are telling in the mic also, that is getting converted into some vibrations. That vibrations getting converted into words. That words are getting matched to another words. Yes, still machine doesn't know what is the meaning of whatever you are speaking. Understood? All these things happening just by matching. So we are matching these two columns, and this number are having some relation. That's why this correlation we are getting. Now are you understanding? Okay, so after this we'll be starting. So this visualization, you can just read it yourself. These are some functions which will be giving you output. We'll be starting exception handling. Okay. Do you want 5 minutes break? Hmm? Okay. 5 minutes break we'll have. We'll start at 10:17. Okay. So we are starting. Open a new file or make sure other things are commented properly. Exception handling. Who will read? Read it, Himanshu.
Exception handling. When an error occurs or exception as we will call it, either we will normally stop and generate an error message. The try block lets you test a block of code for errors. The except block lets you handle the error. The else block lets you execute code when there is no error. The finally block lets you execute code regardless of the result of the try and except blocks. Raise an exception to throw or raise an exception, use the raise keyword.
Exception. What it is? It's a error which occurs. Okay, while we are writing a program. It can be any error. Okay. Now let us see. Just type this. Print X. You know that X is not defined. Yes or no? So there will be error. What it is? X is not there. Name of the error is what? Name error. This error name is name error. Name error means this is a variable name, right? Okay. One more error I will be showing. When I say x equal to 0 or 1, when I say divided by 0, okay, x divided by 0. So here it will give me 0 division error. What is the name of error? 0 division error. Getting it? So we cannot divide a number by 0. Understood? Similarly here also, when I write print x, so what is the name of error? Name error. Because x is not defined. Getting it? So all these outputs which I am getting because of some problem in my code, that are known as error. Getting it? Now I can handle this error by surrounding it by try except block. Earlier I was writing like this, only print x. Now I surrounded it by try and except block. Try block will try to run the code. Okay. Except block will catch the error if any error got executed. Are you listening to me, Himanshu? What I said, repeat it.
Like the try will execute except will execute error. Try block will
Try block will try to run the program, and if any error is there, except block will catch that error. Okay, and it will print whatever I am writing in the print statement. Okay, so I can write anything in the print statement. In this case, what I am writing, an exception occurred. What I am writing, an exception occurred. Have you understood this much? Please write this, type this. Then getting the error, getting the output. What output you are getting, Himanshu?
Name error. Name X is not equal.
I will type this all. Getting? Bhumika, what you are getting in the output? An exception occurred. Yes? So in this way, I am handling the error. I am not allowing the backend to give the error. I am printing the error. Understood? So when I print it, so it will not look like error. It will look like output. Yes or no? It is looking like a output, an exception of. But when computer give a error, it is looking like this. Yes or no? So this is what handling it. Not allowing the backend to give it. I am giving it myself. Hmm. This I have shown you. Any number divided by 0, it is giving me 0 division error. Yes? Now, right. You can define as many exception block as you want. For example, if you want to execute a special block of code for special error, let us suppose I am writing a code. Okay? I am writing a code. For this, what will be the output? 0 division error or arithmetic error also. Arithmetic means some numerical error. Yes or no? So numerical error will also work for this. Either 0 division error or arithmetic error. So we cannot divide by 0. If this line is giving me error, it will get catched by this except block. If this is giving me error, this will be catched by name error. Understood? Just try. And I type. You have to try both of this. All are you are in the call? Right now, just by, see, these are the easy things to understand. Okay. Now at this place, if I am not writing input there, I am writing input by user. Int input, enter a number, and user is entering 0 there. So that time error will come. I am just designing my code. I have to think what users will give the input. I am just checking by putting my inputs. Okay, for what things error can occur. Understood? Who is going to use? User. So I am the car company. I will do accident test. Yes or no? Airbag test, all durability test, everything I have to do it or not. So that when it goes on the road, it gives less damage to the customer. Otherwise, if a small accident is also happening, whole car is if it is getting damaged, who will buy that? So no, this is what a code should be. It should be error proof. So that's why we are doing exception handling. So I have to think in my code what kind of error can be there. So I will do a except block for that. Except block when I write, so a computer will not give this kind of error in the output. So if this kind of error is coming in the output, the customer who is using my code, he will not understand what it is. But if you giving some output like this, variable is not defined, so the customer will understand. Okay, what variable I am passing, that is not defined. Yes or no? So for that purpose, we are doing this. Getting it? Exception handling is not for us, for user. We are writing a code which is errorless. If error occurs, if there is an exception, for that particular error will 100% be there. So I have to handle that error. Getting it? Done. Getting the output. So when this is giving the error, this except block is handling it. Then when this is giving the error, the name error is handling it. Yes or no? And whatever I am writing inside it, that is getting printed. So it is looking like an output, not an error. Understood? Can we go on the next? Pradeep? Now else. How many else we have seen? If else we have seen. While else. For else. Try except else. Okay? Try except else. See here. Try except else. The else block let you execute code when there is no error. When there is no error. So now see here. If error is there, let us suppose printing. Error, something went wrong, will be there. Except block will accept it, and something went wrong will be their output. Nothing went wrong will not be there in the output. That is in the else part. Okay. When I try to run this code and when there is no error, except block will not run. Error is not there. Except block will not run. So try, and if I mention else block, this else block will get executed. So 10, nothing went wrong. Getting it? But when I say this, something went wrong. Getting it? Try, except, else. Go for it. Should I share this? Or will type? Himanshu is sharing, telling share. Share. Okay. We go for next. You know. Now finally block. See here. Finally block, if specified, will be executed regardless if the try block raises an error or not. See here. If finally block exists, so 100% it will get executed. Understood? It will give error. Yes or no? So it will give error. So it will say something went wrong, and after try except is finished. Finally block, when I mention this in the code, 100% will execute irrespective of whether error is there or not. Something went wrong, try except is finished. Now if there is no error, still Himanshu, the try except is finished. Getting it? So whether try block raises a error or not, it will give me the output. Go for this. Shade it on the Skype. Copy from there. Done. Now raising an error. If my program is correct, okay, let us suppose any number divided by 0 is wrong everywhere. Yes or no? In my real world mathematics also, in Python also, everywhere it is wrong. But a number, if someone is passing a negative number, okay, it's not wrong, we can pass any number, right? But in my program, I will say this is wrong. If you pass negative number, it is a wrong thing for my program. Getting it? So that deciding what is wrong or right for my program, that is raising an exception. Generally, this will not raise an exception. If I pass any number to a program, it will not raise an exception. It will take any number as an input. But when I say if number less than 0, raise exception. Okay, tell this is an error. Sorry, no number below 0 allowed. So you give this output. So this is raising an exception by myself. Understood? Till now, what we have done, what backend was generating, I was just handling that error. I was stopping that output and giving my output. Okay, if error comes, name error or any other error, zero division error, I was stopping that output by the computer, by the backend, and I was giving my output. Okay, some problem is there, you cannot divide number by zero. This kind of natural talking kind of sentences I was passing in the output, just because some error generated at the backend. But now I myself generating the error. Okay, if someone wrong value, if you are entering, I am generating it and I am handling it. Getting it? Understanding? Now, handling division by zero. Okay, so some examples are there. Now we have learned all these types, handling it, raising the exception. Now working with some examples. What is zero division error? This is yes. Now result equal to 10 by 0. So accept zero division as E. This E will do. I don't have to type this. Division by 0 is not allowed. Generally in the print statement I have to give some output, right? If some error is coming, take that error, and generally what sentence will come out naturally by the backend. Okay, take that sentence inside E. Take that sentence inside E, and now I can print that E. Let us see. Division by 0. Okay, let us see this. It's giving me division by 0, yes or no? Naturally, backend, when I'm not handling it, zero division error, division by 0. This will come by backend. So what is coming from the backend, I'm storing that in the E, variable E. It is just an empty variable, I'm catching a sentence inside it. So I don't have to write a standard or by default sentence is available. So I don't have to invest my time into writing that statement like this. If I'm unable to take that, I have to write it like this, right? Division by 0 is not allowed. I have to type it by myself. Yes. So for avoiding this, I am just writing accept zero division error as E and print error. This thing I am typing and I am saying E. So I don't have to write the sentence. It is by default available, so I am taking it. Getting? Now because of this, I am getting this error. Yes, division by 0, which is coming at the back end, getting stored in the E, and now I can use that E for printing. Getting it? Type this. Getting? Can you go on the next example? See here, everybody. Calculate age. We are trying to calculate the age, year of birth. We are passing this function. Remember this or not? How to create a function? Yes, creating the function. In that, what I am passing? Year of birth. Current year, I can change it yearly. Current year is 24, right? Once it is done, I can start with 25, right? So this is changing yearly. A variable I am fixing inside it. Current year is what? 20. If year of the birth less than 1900 or year of birth greater than current year is 24. Can anybody pass birth date 25? No, right? So this condition, if it is getting followed, if someone is parting 2025 or if someone is parting 1899, so both the ways we are telling raise the error, invalid year of the birth. We are assuming that no one before 1900 is alive, or if someone is alive unable to use the laptop, we are considering that. Okay, so from 1900 till today's year we will calculate. So this is the range we are selecting. Now if anyone is giving before it or after this, we are telling it raise the error. What error? Value error. Okay, this is also type like zero error, division error, name error. This is what? Value error. Wrong value, wrong number you are entering. Getting it? That is value error. Now else, in the else part I am writing my code. If everything is going right, current year is 2024. Let us suppose we are entering to 1996. 24 minus 1996. Output you will get return age. This return age, where it will go? You know, on which line? On which line we are calling the function? Tell me. Where we are calling the function? 93. We are calling function at 92. See, this is the function call. Yes or no? Age calculate is the function name. So this is what? A function call. Everyone forgot it. Function call. Unless I call the function, will it get execute? No, right? So here I am calling the function. So return will return where? Inside the function call. Remember that example, waiter. Yes, waiter will take the example order that is 1899. Yes, waiter is taking the example, giving it to the chef. Who is the chef? Function definition. Function, the chef is returning it. Chef will return to whom? To the waiter. Waiter will bring it back to whom? To us. In this it is stored. Until I print it, I will not be able to see. It is closed. Yes or no? All these things don't forget, guys, because in this way the example which is stored, each topic is related to an example. That example, if you remember, that topic you will remember 100%. That is for sure. Okay. So in this function call, we have the value of age. Right now it is 1899. So here I am raising the error. So I am raising the error. That's why who is accepting it? Accept block. Yes or no? I am trying the code. I got the error. So who will accept it? Accept block. Yes or no? How it is accepting? As a value error. Inside value error right now, what is the value of E? This is the value of. Getting it? What is the value of, what is the statement inside this value error right now? Invalid year of birth is the statement. Error, invalid year of birth. Clear? If you pass properly, if you say, then age 20. So if you pass properly in the range, you are getting the output. If you are violating the condition, you will get the error. That also in proper way. You will not get something like a error how it looks when it generated by the backend. It is looking a standard error. It is looking like output. Handling index error. Go for this. What is, how many index we have in this list? 0, 1, 2 is the index. Yes or no? When I am trying to print list index number 5, I want to print. Do I have index 5? So this will give the index error. Understanding it? When I try to print list of 0, it will print 1. Okay, my list 2, it will print 3. Output will be 3. When I say something which is out of the range, my list of 5. So this index is not there. This many elements are not there in the list. Yes or no? In the list, this many elements are not present. That's why it will give me the error. What is that error? Index error. So list index out of range. See here, when I just copy without handling it, when I'm doing just outside, so this will give me the output error. This error is given by whom? Backend. Yes. So what is the output? List index out of range. For what? Index error. So when I'm running the code by giving the different outputs, when I'm getting the error, that error name also I will get. No need to remember all this error. Index error, value error, zero division error. No need to remember this. Whenever I'm running this, I will get some error. I will get the name of the error also. So just by knowing the name, I can handle it. Listen, I just need to know a try except block code properly. The syntax I should be knowing properly. Okay, type this. I'll be back in a minute.